I tried to tell you fine people of YouTube that Dereck Lively was going to be an immediate impact for this Dallas Mavericks team. And y'all didn't want to believe me. Some of you did. But y'all didn't want to believe me. Now, I know he's only averaging 9 points, 7.8 rebounds, 1 assist, but that is his first 6 games in the NBA as a 20-year-old rookie. Look at last night. He didn't play. The Mavs were 6-1 going into the game. He sits out. Pascal, who transitions over to center because Jakob Poeltl gets into foul trouble. Pascal erupts for 31, 12 rebounds. That was his season high in both categories without Dereck Lively out on the court just because he can influence shots so much down in the paint. He's playing 24 minutes a game, shooting at 78% from the field, averaging a steal and a block per game, but per 36 minutes, he's averaging 13.5 points, 12 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, and a block and a half per game. And yes, that block and a half per game number is a little bit low, but at 7 foot, well, what is he, 7'2" with a 9'9" standing reach, something crazy like that, when he's in the paint, shots are going to get altered. People are going to turn around, not even going to try to attempt a layup on him when he's in there. That is the impact he has on the game. We're also going to be talking about Luka's hot start. Tim Hardaway Jr. has had a really, really good start to the year for the Mavs this year. They've also got role players like Derrick Jones Jr., Josh Green really stepping it up. Kyrie Irving starting to come alive here lately. He started off horrifically, but he has really started to come alive as of late. So we'll be talking really everything about the Mavericks. They're 6-2. That loss last night to the Raptors was a bit concerning, especially at home. But we'll talk about all that and more in today's video, so make sure you stick around for the full video. Hit the like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button. As you can see here, a large majority of the people that watch these videos are not subscribed, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Luka Doncic, I mean, this man is insane. He needs to chill out. Second consecutive year, I mean, through 4 games this year, he's averaging 39. Okay, he started to drop off a little bit, averaging 31.5, 9.5 rebounds, 9 assists. I mean, you say drop off, and you don't really expect to see 31.5 points per game being put up. Absolutely wild. Like we said, dude is a monster. 49% from the field, 41% from 3, but 79% from the free throw line is a little bit concerning. One of the reasons they lost last night's game was free throws. Luka was 7 for 10. I really like when he gets downhill and uses his body, but he is shooting at 41% from 3 this year versus 35% from 3 last year. So maybe that was, one of the big focus points this offseason. However, I still like it when he's getting into the paint using his 6'7" frame because he is a big dude. And you got to remember, the man is still 24 years old. Okay, he is lighting the NBA up at 24 years of age. Now, a couple of role guys that have been massive helps that maybe we weren't really seeing be that much of a help this year, but they have. Derrick Jones Jr., 8 points a game, 2.5 rebounds, 1 assist. He had one game. He won them one game where he came in off the bench, put up 22 points. He's only playing 21 minutes a night right now, but he is shooting at almost 50% from the field, 35% from 3. You'd love to see that go up a little bit, maybe to like 37, 38. That would be optimal, but he's been playing well. Tim Hardaway Jr. has started the year out extremely well. 18 points, 4 rebounds, about 3 assists per game. Dude is playing really well, and his efficiency has been there. Okay, he's shooting at 43% from the field, 39% from 3 in 29 minutes. Shout out to Tim Hardaway Jr. He is doing a really, really good job right now coming off the bench for this Mavericks team. Another very underrated piece for this Mavericks team is Grant Williams, who's averaging 15.5 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 1 assist so far through 7 games. He's been a really welcome addition to this squad. Pretty cheap offseason deal as well, coming over from the Boston Celtics. He's been on fire early, 54% from the 3, 56% from the field overall. Now, obviously, that is not sustainable, but Grant Williams, big-time addition. Derrick Jones Jr., big-time addition. Dereck Lively, big-time addition. And then the big-time addition from last year's trade deadline, Kyrie Irving, is heating up. 20 points per game, about 8 assists, so that's much better than his 19 points a game and 6 assists stat line from a couple of weeks ago. 44% from the field is getting up there. 24% from 3 is still tragic. I'm not sure what's going on, but I imagine he'll be able to figure that out soon. It's not like he overnight forgot how to play basketball. He's only played in 5 games this year, 5 of their 7, so he will be just fine. Okay, he's one of the more consistent year in, year out producers in the NBA. Previously, his worst season was his age 26 season when he was in Boston. The first year he was in Boston, where he put up 24 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists. So look for something in the neighborhood of that if you're a Mavs fan for the rest of the year. And his efficiency that year was off the charts. So expect for him to get back to form before long. It's just that 3-point percentage. Once he gets the 3-point ball, once he gets a long ball going down, he will be just fine. So Kyrie Irving heating up a little bit. And then the clamps for this Mavs team. Josh Green has been really good this year, doing what he does. Of course, they have Dereck Lively helping him anchor that defense, but and Grant Williams, Derrick Jones Jr., guys like that. But 8.3 points, 2.8 rebounds, 2 assists, 45% from the field, 40% from 3, and then 1 steal or 1.3 steals per game in about 25 minutes for their lead defender on the perimeter. He's really good. The point of attack defender for them, and he does his job to perfection. Now, they do have a couple of other guys that I expect to play more throughout the year. Jaden Hardy is averaging 8 points per game in only 12 minutes per 36. You do some quick math there. That's 24 points a game per 36 minutes. And then Omax Prosper, another guy there that they drafted this summer. Really good 3-and-D wing. We could expect him to maybe produce some towards the latter half of the season just because, he's a rookie. Maybe not all the way there yet. And then Seth Curry has only been playing 9 minutes per game. Not sure what's going on there. He should be a guy that should flourish behind, a Luka and a Kyrie, but with Tim Hardaway Jr. playing well. They also got Josh Green playing really well coming off the bench, I guess. There's just not a spot right now for Seth Curry, which I find hard to believe. But yes, as you can see, as this picture was taken, that Toronto game was live. Now it is the next day. So they did lose that game. But looking ahead, they should have a pretty easy schedule. They play a really struggling Clippers team at home right now. I mean, they just don't have the chemistry together yet. And then they go to New Orleans for a couple of games. Obviously, Zion playing will depend on how those games go. He didn't play last night, so we'll see what happens. But even with Zion, those are a couple of winnable games. So upcoming schedule should be somewhat easy for the Mavs. Y'all let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, though. I'm really excited for this Mavs team. This is a team that, there was a lot of question marks coming out of the summer. We were thinking, hey, maybe if Luka and Kyrie get a full off season to work together, they can start to play well. And we were right. I mean, 6-2. Kyrie still hasn't been playing up to his capabilities, but they've had other guys step in. They really reshaped this roster this summer, bringing in guys like Derrick Jones Jr., Dereck Lively, and Grant Williams. So big shout out to the Mavs and their front office. That was a really good job this summer. That was probably the best job of reshaping and retooling a roster that didn't even make the playoffs to now a team that looks like they could compete for an NBA championship. So yeah, with that being said, thanks so much for watching. Hit the like button, leave me a comment if you did enjoy at any point. Make sure to hit the subscribe button as well. And with all that being said, thanks so much for watching today's video.